this, Gil Kurlikowski. He's the retired commissioner of Customs and Border Protection. He also was chief of police both in Buffalo, New York, and in Seattle. A man with deep experience. Thank you so much for being with us, Chief. Just talk a little, if you can, about what we've been saying here and elaborate, if you will, what you know about protocols and guidelines and how they may or may not have been followed based on what you see in that video.
Well, take it back to the bigger picture. Clearly, the Border Patrol is the absolute wrong unit to be bringing into any city environment. Secretary Ridge, Secretary Chertoff, we've all remarked about this, whether it was in Portland and certainly now. They're trained to work on the border. They're trained to work by themselves. That's their experience. They're not trained to work in an urban environment. And as you've already mentioned, a city police officer knows that you don't get in front of or behind a vehicle. You don't attempt to stick your hands in the window or open a car door. You would do exactly as you had mentioned. You have the tag number, you could figure this out, and you've already got cars on the street if that's what your intent is, to arrest her. So no, this was foreseeable because we saw their actions and tactics in Los Angeles. We saw their tactics in Chicago and now here in Minneapolis.
So, Commissioner, obviously, let's again say that we don't know everything that led to this moment. But what, as you draw upon your decades of experience here, how should something like this have gone down? Not just the confrontation, but what led up to the confrontation. There seems to be almost a very confrontational, if you will, attitude from these ICE agents, from these Border Patrol agents who are taking the lead in so many of these cities. You know, that they seem to be antagonistic. How should something like this, a stop with some protests, how should this have been handled?
So the protocol would be that you don't engage with a group of protesters, that you end up getting the tag number, you leave the area. It can only lead to bad problems. And city police officers with years of experience working in an urban environment understand that completely. Their lack of training and lack of experience in policing what it can be a very difficult place, any urban setting, as I was in Seattle or even Buffalo, shows that this is clearly wrong. But we've also seen a level of aggressiveness that's unprecedented. It's almost a level of cruelty. It's a level, if you were a football player, you'd be charged with taunting.
Yeah. And